trying this camera situation out as I'm usually screwing with it. All right, we got stuff going on here, people. Stuff going on. Move this back. Where are we at? We got this here. Got this here. Where we got this? Woo, woo, woo. We got this. We try to stay on that mat. We'll be good. We got all this extra space here that we don't need over to the right because the camera's here, people. All right, but we can fit this whole thing. Now, unfortunately, whatever it is, this is like me going back to my first days of streaming. The way that I have the camera situation, it makes it so that you people cannot see things properly unless I turn them around. So we're just going to do that. I'm going to put on, all right, my lip balm. And you know what? I love this song, but I need to put on some music in the background that doesn't have words because I'm going to want to sing along, and quite frankly, no one wants to hear me sing. Just saying. All right, let's go to relax. Relaxing, soothing sounds. Well, here we go. That's nice. It's like some relaxing music. Okay, something in the background. Anywho, I was watching Relax Cut Glue, my buddy Nicole over on the Westy Coast. And by the way, I was going to do a live stream, but then Lori was on, and then I got a migraine. Well, I had a migraine since 3 a.m., whatever. They gave me some good migraine medicine finally. So, but I kept not taking it. And then I finally fell asleep, woke up. It was 5 o'clock. I took it, and Ann Laura was on, so I saw her for a little bit. And then Mary came on. So I wasn't going to live stream while Mary was on because I wanted to see Mary. And so that's the history as why Mary's on currently still. But I did want to still do my little video. So I'm doing it as a video. And that's what's what. So I was watching Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. And she had, of course, this awesome Victorian Animal Society paper dolls in 2 sizes. 84 static paper dolls to cut out on collage. And I had to have it. It was too adorable. So I'll just show it to you real quick. I'm going to be using the little kitty cats. And what I'm doing. Nicole has this thing called it's like a permanent masterboard book, and it's amazing, and I'm copying her because I'm a monkey from way back in the day. I'm gonna monkey her. So look at these. These are little teddy bears. Come on now. So cute. And then on the back, the pages are cute too. So there's teddy bears, and they're all in little outfits. Oh my God, I couldn't deal with it. And the bunnies. Oh my Lord. I don't even think I saw the bunnies. I was going through it too fast as usual. I'm always speeding along. So cute. Come on with the roses. Oh my Lord, please. So of course I got it on the Amazon. That's where Nicole had found it. These are little puppies. Come on, please. With the hats. Come on now. So cute. Victorian isn't usually my era, but the owls. I think she used owls in her video. I'm going to link it below. Look at this pink. Come on. The shoes, really? Just adorable. Adorable, durable, durable. Kitty cats. That's what I'm using. So the pigs are adorable too. They're just precious, the whole thing. Look at this one. So cute. So cute. There's like so many too. And the frogs are really cute too. These remind me of Wind in the Willows. That book, if you ever read that. I think it's Kenneth Graham. Look at this beautiful dress. So precious. So I got that from Amazon, and I am already going to use it because that's how I do. I like to use my stuff right away if I can. So I'm going to put those in there because I'll be using that. And then I had to go to work on a Saturday for a staff meeting about 40 minutes away to a diner and have breakfast with my coworkers and my boss. And I really was having a bit of an attitude in my mind about it. I had to pray on that because I was like, it's Saturday, man. And we didn't know if we were going to get paid for it, which we still don't know, but I did put in for it. So I don't know. I'm still having a moment about it. So I'm trying not to, but I am. Anyway, there's a Michael's up there and a Five Below up there. So I decided that I was going to have a shopping moment over it because I deserved it. So I did get a Five Below, and I got this little iPad stand because I don't have one for my iPad. And it's really cute. So now when I watch videos in here, I can watch them like I was watching Lori, and I had it right there and I was doing my little thing. And then I got a bunch of totally unnecessary things. So I will share them with you. I am a major Rainbow Bright fan. Everybody who knows me knows that. I'm also a huge Care Bear fan. And also a major Strawberry Bright fan. And they had these at the Five Below, so I had to have them. So they were $5. When my little niece Charlotte, baby Charlotte comes, she's 3, when she comes to visit, she usually plays with my son's leftover Hess trucks and the blocks that have been around here for 100 years. Now she can, I'm gonna put these up here on my shelf, that I have my little shelf, for knick-knacky shelf. And then I'm gonna have them to, I wanted to buy them all, but I didn't. I just bought Strawberry herself. And I bought my favorite Cheer Bear, but this is the best. It's a bobblehead. I love bobbleheads. I used to get the Mets bobbleheads when my dad took me to games. And I got, of course, Rainbow Bright herself. And then, of course, I had to get Starlight, her horse. And you can't get the set of those without getting Twink, the Sprite. So those I did purchase for myself. Spent $5, $10, $15, $25 on these. So if I did get paid for the meeting that I went to, I literally spent the money right here on these. Because I'm a giant goofball. So, all right, hold on. Let me just toss these in the chair over here so I can... I've got to get it together to clean up around here. This room is a gigantic mess. I just got to get the energy. I also did buy myself some 2-pound weights. I'm 13 days without sugar now, so I'm going to start to try to think about, not doing it yet, but think about, I'll put them right over here so I can look at them. So think about getting myself to moving my body more. We'll get there. We will get there. So that was my Five Below little mini haul there. And then I went over to Michael's, or I think I went to Michael's first. I went to Michael's first, and next time I will go to Five Below first, because what I really wanted was what Nicole had, which was she has for her masterboard journal that she uses. She makes the masterboards in the journal and leaves them in the journal. She doesn't cut them up, which is so fun, and I love that idea. But it's a top loader, I would call it, like this. And they had like some, but they were super expensive in terms of like, because the paper was like Bristol board and like stuff you would use. So this is just a drawing pad. So I got this one, but then I went to Five Below and they had them for $5, and I wish I would have gone there first. So that's a piece of advice. If you need one that's just like if you want something like this, Five Below is a better option for that. But I did get this one. I think it was like $6 or $7. And then these were on clearance, so of course I need absolutely zero scrapbook paper, like us all. But these were $3, and they say Craftsmith. So I'm curious if anyone knows. Did they? I mean, I've been out of the game for a little bit. So did Recollections, like, did they change over to Craftsmith? I don't know, but they were $3 on clearance. So had to get them. Plus I love this. This is like everything to me. It looks like torn paper. It has gold sparkles. It's pink and orange. Forget it. Just call me home for dinner on this one. And then and I'm going to use these for my master board. I cut some of them up already. Not all the way, but hold on, my teacup is. So yeah, this one's cool. It's like a chevron-y situation. Blues and purples and golds, and a couple solids in there, which are nice. So yeah, I love the brightness of this one. Some pink. Love this gold splatter. It's like, just like a paint. It's like almost a watercolory, but there's a texture in there. Love the yellow. I already cut that one up. These are reminiscent of the 80s to me, which, I grew up in the 80s, so all nostalgia. And these are great journaling spots, so I'm happy with that. Love the purple. Again, there's a texture to it, so that's fun. These could be fun for me to like write quotes and verses and things and hang them on the wall. So I really liked that one. And then, so I took a couple out of there for the master board that I'm going to make on here. And this butterfly study one is the one that I took the most out of. because I felt it would match mostly with, I didn't use the butterflies themselves, but I took this one out. And this is a nice cream. I think, no, I didn't take this one. There's another one that I took. There's some neutrals in here. I took this one out for my regular journal. I took the green. I took this one. I think this will cut up nicely. I took these butterflies. I love these. I didn't use these for the masterboard, but I do love these strips. I'm a fan of those. These are nice dark green here. You could even use that on Christmas. I didn't do any Christmas crafting in the last like 2 years. I put this one in, which I love that. So again, that could even go Christmassy, right? All right, and then the last but not least, so for $9, I got 3 of them. And this one's really fun. It's almost like mermaidy, but it's not mermaids, but it's sort of, I don't know, kind of reminded me of that. It's flowers, but it reminded me of mermaidy colors, like these purple. And it was 2 of each. It's the magic, you know. But it's 2 of each, where the others were 3 of each. I think I put that one in. I love this one. It's like looks like a sheet that was tie-dyed or something. Pretty flowers. So, these are nice too. Remember the notes and stuff. I could see those. This is pretty. This almost looks like little tiny sequins. So yeah, they had a couple other ones that I didn't like that much, but honestly, for this price, I'm going to use this. Like even this, I could just literally hang. It says, fill life with love. And I very well may take this off, and I think I will, and just hang it on my wall just as that, because it's just pretty. And that's it. It's just pretty. Woo, rainbows. Love it. So these are really pretty too. This I thought was unique. Kind of reminds me of Florida, where my dad where my stepmom still lives. My dad resided before he passed. So yeah, very pretty. Very pretty. I'm happy with it. And then, whoa, falling out of my chair. Let's see. There were some sales. I didn't buy anything that wasn't on sale. That was my like one rule for myself. Oh wait, there's a couple more. Okay, they're all mixed in because I've used different bags. Hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, I got to bring this to work tomorrow. Bought this for a friend of mine at work. She loved mushrooms. My friend Rebecca. She was going through it, and an intruder tried to break into her house on Friday night. So she didn't come to the meeting, and I saw that and thought of her. She could put it on her backpack or whatever. So yeah, I thought of her for sure. Okay, these are the ends of it. So these were gouache paints. Lori was painting with gouache the other day. I have a set, but I kind of trashed it. I was finger painting in it, and it's a really big set. So it's the Hemi set. These were $5, and they had quite a decent set of colors. They weren't just, you know, they got a couple pastels in there. So I figured I'll give them a shot for $5. Why not? Give them a try. So, and you can keep them close to your desk. These, well, I got at Michael's, and they were on sale. Maybe they weren't on sale, but they were inexpensive. They're the fine liners, acrylic 3D paint liners, like what Mary uses. And they're gold, silver, and black. And I've never used those, so I thought I would try those. And then with the journal that I made with Lori, I have I made it last week with her, not this week, but last Sunday, a week ago. I left some string hanging, and so I thought I would I love to drink tea, so I got a teapot, and these were, you know, on sale too. Because I'm trying to just, like, at least be mindful of buying some stuff on sale these days because I have so much stuff. And then a little home, because I feel at home in my craft room, even though it's a mess. And a little tea, and I thought I would put those on there. So I thought those would be cute. And then this is a journal that I don't need, because I don't need any more journals. But it had the dot grid, and of course it has strawberry shortcake. And these are nice. It's vinyl, so, and it has like tabs with the, you know, with the kitty cat and the strawberry barrel. And it's all dot grid. And every tab has a different picture of strawberry. So, and this strawberry is the original, well, I say the original, but this is the strawberry. She's been like reinvented as over the years, and this is the one from the 80s that I love. So, and it's from Inkology. Interesting. So, I'm going to just stick it here because I love it, and I want to look at it. And I'm really overdoing how much stuff I'm putting over here. I got this little jar here that can't really hold it. So that's my haul. It's not huge, which is good. I'm trying to stay a little bit measured in what I'm purchasing. So what I'm going to do is, I do need that. I'm going to fussy cut these guys. I don't know how many I'm going to use, and I might get some stickers out too. But I fussy cut this lady. She's really pretty. And I'm not sure about the big guys, like if they'll fit. Let me get the book out and see. I'm trying to see the size of this journal. It's this big. So I think one of these guys might take up a lot of space, so we'll just go with one of them. So I think we'll go with this guy here, and we'll put the other ones back in the book. We can just stick them in the book. I might even make a little pocket in that book. So we can do, yeah, because I've already got her in the little version, and then I'm not going to, they make like the little version and the big version. So I think we'll stick with these three. So we'll fussy cut those three, and then we'll see. What I love is these have the kiss cut around the edge. So I have work tomorrow. I'm really having, I don't know. I feel like this job was sent to me by God. I really do. And like any job, it's, you know, it's part of the world, and I'm starting to feel anxiety, which I wasn't feeling within the work, because I'm advocating for myself in terms of like how much of the job I'm willing to do and how much time I'm, you know, willing to work, and, you know, sort of thing. And my boss's response was sort of cold about that. And it's really hard because I feel like it's the Lord, and I know it's the Lord's work, and I want to do the work. And I'm really excited. You know, my job is now officially just working with individuals, adults with disabilities, helping them prepare for and acquire employment, which is wonderful. But the personalities of adult human beings, no matter who they are, Christian or not, right? Because I work with a lot of Christians too. It's really challenging. It's challenging to work with adult human beings. I find children to be so much easier to work with. I find people with disabilities to be so much easier to work with than people who don't have disabilities. And I feel the call on my life to do this work. However, I have in the past always, you know, prior to my coming to Christ, I have always left myself out of the equation and always overdone things and had improper boundaries. I'm not kidding you. When I was a teacher, I had a student whose family was homeless, and I let the mom and the child live at my house. You know, I had a teacher aide who was in a domestic violence situation, and I let her and her children live in my house. You know, I really, I just struggled. And I think a lot of people with mental illness do struggle with boundaries. So I'm working to deal with that. So, I think I probably need to find a therapist. I haven't had one for a while now. I had gone through such a gaslighting experience for about 20 years, where there was a therapist who convinced me that my father had abused me and he had not. And that really caused me to go into a severe state of psychosis, you know, along with many other factors. But point being, now I'm back into reality, the actual reality for the last couple of years. But, you know, the echoes of psychosis and mania, depression, suicidal ideation, and all of the things that come along with severe mental illness like bipolar disorder, they don't just iron out overnight. And, you know, it's really a challenge because you know, for me at least, I don't want it to be my whole identity, but it is a part of who I am. You know, the Lord gave it to me like Paul talks about the Lord gave him a thorn in his side, and he, you know, as much as he asked the Lord to take the thorn away, you know, the Lord did not take that thorn away, and we never actually know what the actual thorn is. And I do believe the Lord gave this to me because it is a way for me to be empathetic. It is a way for me to understand and care, be caring. And even with, like, you know, my feelings of anxiety towards work at this point, you know, I decided now, since knowing Christ, to find a prayer. Like, I even Googled, you can Google anything, right? So I Googled prayers for you know, people who are overwhelmed, because I can see how overwhelmed my boss is. She's never run a business before, you know, and she's got a lot on her shoulders. And I want to have compassion for that while simultaneously caring about myself and taking care of my needs, which is really new for me. And I think that's true of a lot of women. I can't speak for men because I don't know as many men. I know my brother, my older brother at least, is he's the kind of person that takes care of his kids first. He's a single dad, and so he tends to be a little more like like women. I don't mean that in any kind of slight way. I think he's one of the greatest dudes around. You know, he's devoted the last whatever amount of years he's been divorced to just raising his kids and not really worrying about finding a woman. And I think that's really admirable. All right, so I have cut out these pieces of paper from those paper pads. Now look what happened. My paper trimmer, I don't know. This sounds like a really dumb question. And the only reason I asked this question was, I asked this question because I wanted to know if, my ink pad is really getting on my nerves. It's in my way. Sorry, I'm just moving you over. I asked this question because I haven't used my supplies in quite some time, and I was, you know, being on a whatever hiatus. My paper trimmer was working fine last time, and I said, if you leave it to sit, will the blade go dull? Because I feel like that's true of some of the tools that are around the farm. Like, they need sharpening if you don't use them. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, I ordered two new, I ordered new blades, but anyway, this is a distressed look. We're going to go with the distressed look for today. So I have this one. And Nicole uses the 6x6 pads, which are also awesome. And I have a ton of those, and I could use those as well. But I wanted to use the new paper. So these are, so, okay, so I was going to just go with patterns and non-patterns, right? And put them in some kind of order. So we have yellow and green. Yeah, and these have patterns like this. So we can cut them up into whatever size we want, obviously, because it's art and craft, and we can therefore do anything we want, which is why I love doing art and craft. So I have this beautiful gift. I believe it was a Me Furman Secret Squirrel who got me this, because she rocks my party. So let's do like one of these and then one of those, in terms of like pattern, non-pattern. Let's try it. So we'll do like a 2-inch, like that, by, oh yeah, 3-inch. That's a nice size, yeah. 2-inch by 3-inch, there we go. So we'll do her again, 2-inch. So I hope all of you guys are doing well. You know, it's a funny thing. We don't always, like, when we're those of us who are viewing, and then we get the little pieces, which are also really helpful. You know, we don't always, when we're the viewers of the videos, right? We don't always tell the creators of the videos how we're doing. And I love to hear how you're doing. I appreciate all whenever you guys make comments. I don't always get a chance to write back until a little bit later, but if I see it if I see it when I pop up to watch something on YouTube, I just give it a little heart and a thumbs up, and You know, I like to let you guys know I really appreciate all of you. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you know this, but I think about you guys a lot, even when I am not actively on YouTube. I thought about you guys a lot. Consider you guys my real friends, even though we have never met, most of us. And I enjoy going live with you and interacting with you when I can. All right, we're gonna make a couple of these bigger squares right there. And then let's do a couple strips with these. Let's do 1-inch strips. I love chopping paper. Don't know if anyone else feels the same, but I love a good paper chopping session. So my son thinks I'm nervous about him going to high school. I'm really not. I think he'll do great. I'm not concerned. I was concerned, but I honestly kept praying about it, and now I have peace about it. Trying to explain that to him. So our pastor was on vacation this week, and we are super lucky that the person who was the pastor at our church for, I think, 14 years, he's, quote, retired. However, he's constantly pastoring at other churches for pastors who are on vacation and the like. So, but what's nice for us is whenever he's on, I'm gonna do a 1.5-er, and then we'll cut her in half. Whenever our pastor gets like kind of first dibs of the year for vacation, he's amazing. He's super dynamic. That was the word my friend Reggie at church said. He's super dynamic. Nicole's like, I wish he was there every week. The thing is, he's really different than our regular pastor. And I love that. I love that they're both different, you know, and, but his message today was amazing. It was all about walls. And he started by asking us, like, you know, what kind of walls do we know about? And, I was like, I said to, and he just, you know, everybody was like, oh, the Great Wall of China, you know, and then the Berlin Wall and the border wall down, you know, down at by Mexico. And he's like, you know, it was just so amazing. And basically, he was just talking about the walls that we build up as human beings, that we build up walls with each other, you know. And it came from Ephesians the reading was from Ephesians, and Paul was talking about the Gentiles and the Jews, and how, you know, there was a literal wall that the Gentiles couldn't come past into the temple, or they literally would have been killed. And so it was just a great sermon. But he was talking about the cultural walls, and, you know, it's just, I love my church because it's super, super inviting. It's really, you know, it's not about like, you can't come if you're gay, and you can't come if you're not baptized yet, and you can't come if you're, you know, it's literally welcome to all. Come hear the gospel, you know. And it's super welcoming, and that's what I want in a place where I worship. I want everyone to be welcome. I want everyone to hear the gospel, and I believe Jesus Christ wants that too. I do believe that. I do for sure. So anyway, I get excited about that stuff because I think it's really important. And I was reading something that was talking about keeping our eyes on what's eternal, and remembering how important that is when we get upset, or we're concerned, or we're worried about things that are temporary. And I don't remember where I was reading it or what I was reading, but I was reading that, and it was speaking to me. It was really speaking to me, keeping our eyes on God, you know. I always have these things around me that my friend Alicia Mott made for me that say, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. And I've memorized it because she has put it in my mind. Yeah, it's right. There's one up above. It's got a little gnome and a little mushroom house. And she's got another one. Wash me, cleanse me, make me worthy for uncommon use by the master. Like, she's just surrounded me. She's gone, you know, to heaven now, but she's surrounded me by what's most important here in this room, and I miss her every day. I know Candy misses her every day too, you know, but she's still here, you know. And it's so, you ever, like when people say they're still here in spirit, you know, It's that kind of thing. She's still here in spirit. She left me so much artwork. It's just such a gift. Such a gift. I'm actually thinking of getting some frames for some of her artwork. Somebody had suggested that. I think it was a me, and it was a great suggestion. The only thing is we have plaster walls in this house. So the plaster walls, I have to, but it's okay. I can try to use those, like 3M, the 3M things. Sometimes those work. Cole is so funny. The decorations in his room are funny to me. He has, all right, let's get started with this. Let's see, what else do I have over here? Let me do the pink one and this green one, and then we'll get started with what we have here. He has an American flag in his room, and he has and he has a Christian flag, which I didn't even know existed. He wanted me to order it for him. I said, go ahead, brother. You want me to get it for you? I'll get it for you. Now, his sister, who has not come to Christ, was like, what are you doing? Why does he have that stuff? Is he a nationalist? I'm like, no, he's not a nationalist. Calm your butt down. Let your brother express himself. She's a piece of work. But we love her. Piece of work, and we love her, I should say. She's a piece of work, and we love her. She had a good time over there in Spain. She's living her best life. There's hope for everyone. I know there's hope for my girl because she's a good soul. But this, that's like I'm saying, I wish, like, the one of the other women, Heidi, my other friend from church, she was saying today, we wish that, and I feel this too, wish that some of the sermons, like, they don't record the sermons at my church, like, regularly. No, like, I shouldn't say that. No, like, they do record them, but they record them ahead of time. So they record them, like, so they record them, like, ahead of time, but with nobody there. They don't record them live, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. They don't record them live. All right, let's do this one. All right, we got a pile of paper, and it's fun. All right, I got a really good deal on these glue sticks, the all-purpose by Elmer's. Some people love them. I'm one of those people, and some people do not love them. All right, and I want to go vertical on this. Vertical, vertical, but I don't know if I can. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. These papers all look really pretty together, though. All right, I had them by size, but then I just kind of, I let go of that theme. You know what? I'm somebody who loves to shuffle through a pile of stuff. I do. I love them. All my pens are just in a bucket because I love to just go through and shuffle through. See, I don't think you won't be able to see the whole thing, but that's all right. You'll survive. I know you people. You're strong people. You can make it. Now, if you want, if you're in my predicament, you can get a pair of scissors, and as you go through, you could just trim these bad boys right off. And there you go. Well, tomorrow, because we live in America and Amazon exists, and I ordered it tonight. Tomorrow, my new blades will be here. So there you have it. Okay. So let's see. I got my little glue book over here. Who's in there? In 1967, in the first meeting ever to take place between a Soviet president and a Roman Catholic pontiff, Pope Paul the Sixth received President Nicolae V. Podgorny of the USSR at the Vatican. Look at that. That's just what's on that book. I don't even know what kind of books these are, but interesting fact. A little factoid for you. If you didn't know that, there you go. That was when we had the USSR. Of course, now we got all that stuff going on. all that stuff going on. All right, now this is one where you can tear out the pages at the perforation. So just in case I decide to tear it out and cut it up, I'm gonna line her up with that. Now I have my little tool. I'm gonna get it. Hold on. Just hold on, people. Hold on. Let me get her. There she is. What she's really for is the Cricut, but I'm telling you now, I have never had a desire to own a Cricut or a Maker, or I think that's the same damn thing. But no ma'am, that thing is too complex looking and appearing for me. I'm good on that. You can keep your Cricut. You can keep it. I'm good. You can keep her. We're gonna put this one on next. Explore. Oh, that's good. Shelly from Crafting Mamas, when I very first started years ago, used to say to me, never underestimate the power of the glue. And there's something in there that's a metaphor, and there's something in there that's literal. There really is something about using glue that really is therapeutic. I found it out when I was first, back in 2008, when you can overlap, and I may not, we'll see. I might overlap a little. When I first was in a trauma and addiction program, when I first got sober from alcoholism, well, not when I first got sober, when I finally got sober. I was trying to get sober since 2006. Anyways, should say when God got me sober. So I had a art therapy group, and we made collages, and that was the first time I really understood how much I loved collage. And then I started remembering that as a teenager, I loved to make collages out of magazines and hang them on my wall, but I had just forgotten all that. Then I started to remember that I loved arts and crafts most of all when I was in camp as a child. And all those things, I had forgotten those things about myself. As you know, I hadn't been tending to myself as we can tend to do, as I said, like once we become mothers. And I had become a mother when I was 19. So I had not been really tending to myself all my adult life, unknowingly, right? Unknowingly. Unintentional. I think a lot of times things are unintentional, right? And, you know, it's funny because I didn't understand the power of prayer, and I was even so inclined to think I didn't pray properly, and I didn't know how to pray, and all that kind of silly jazz. But, you know, if you're someone who doesn't pray a lot, just go right ahead and start with the Lord's Prayer, because that's really the one Jesus gave us, and that's the one I use morning and night, personally. I'm liking this. Woof! I am liking it. All right, we're at 38 minutes. I don't think you people need to watch me only do this, but if you like this video, feel free to let me know, because I'll do more of them. And I will be happy to, because I enjoy chatting with you, even if it's just through a video. I'll try to get live at some point. I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.